Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Jose Barrero with Food Films Network. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Here are our ingredients. This right here is a skirt steak. We're gonna need some Montreal Steak seasoning, some sweet cracked pepper seasoning, some cilantro paste, oil, A1 sauce, and a quarter of 1 onion. That's all you will be needing. Dice up your onion as shown right here to this consistency. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of the A1 cilantro and oil into this bowl with the onions. After that, cut your steak. Each slice of steak needs to be the width of the knife you're using. I sliced my steak and flipped it over. You see this nice marbling of the fat throughout the meat itself. It's nice, it's beautiful. You want this. When you get to the back of the steak, you might have 2 smaller slices. Don't worry, no big deal. Here are the seasonings. We're going to apply a generous amount. First with the Montreal Steak seasoning. Here it is. You want the same amount of the sweet cracked pepper on the steak as shown, front and back of steak. Now take your mixture of A1 oil and cilantro and throw it in the middle of a big TUBBA-WARE. Now we're going to spread out the mixture and we're going to add 1/4 cup of oil into the mixture. This is going to help marinate and soak into the steak. Make sure the oil is even throughout the TUBBA-WARE. And we're about to apply the steak now. Apply your seasoned steak as shown. Make sure that the steak is engulfed in all the onions. Everything is evenly spread out. Tuck the onions into the steak with your fingers, moving the onions towards the steak. Get between the steak and on the sides and make sure it's on the bottom. You don't need any onions on the top of the steak right now. Place your steak in the fridge for 30 minutes. Once you pull it back out, flip the steak as shown right now and put it back into the fridge for an additional 30 minutes. Just make sure it's the same. All the onions and everything is just as it was in the beginning. After you place the steak back into the fridge for an additional 30 minutes, start your grills. You want the grill to be at a 350, 400 degree area. That's perfect for what we're about to do. Now, while the grill is heating up to about 350 to 400 degrees, you're going to want to flip your steak for the last time and place it into your refrigerator for 30 more minutes. But before you do this, place all the onions around the steak on top of the steak before you put it into the fridge for the last time. Coat all the steak with the onions around with the seasonings as shown, as well as your mixture. And then you're going to want to tuck the steak into one corner of the TUBBA-WARE tightly with all of the other pieces of steak. Push it together and then let it sit for 30 minutes and that should be perfect. My grill is now at 350 degrees. Like I said, it could be 350 degrees or 400 degrees Fahrenheit, does not matter. Place your steak on the grill as shown with all the mixture on top of the steak. You're going to want to keep the steak on the grill on this side for 5 minutes and rotate it. Each side is going to get 10 minutes, but 5-minute rotations. After 5 minutes, flip your steak. Do not worry about the onions falling into the grill. No worries. This right here is for flavor. It's for the marinade. Plus, the smoke coming off of the onions burning is flavor for the steak. After you have your 10 minutes, 5 being one side, 5 being the other side of the steak cooking, you're going to want to flip the steak on its side for 3 minutes. After that, flip your steak on the other side for additional 3 minutes. I placed a smaller steak over there so it wouldn't dry out, just to show the camera right here. After your steak has cooked 3 minutes on each side sideways, you're now going to go back to the starting position of the steak on the grill as shown. 5 minutes this side, 5 minutes on the other. And this is the last step. Okay, YouTube, this is the final product of our steak, our Churrasco steak, aka skirt steak. I garnished it with parsley. I cooked it to about a medium, and this is just absolutely phenomenal. The taste is just amazing. This is Jose Barrero with Food Films Network. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe.